All right, guys, I think I got it organized to a point where I'm satisfied with it right now. um, this is the 84-inch hoopty that I bought today. Picked it up today from an auction that I won. I put a single bid in, as I said in a previous video, of $250, and I walked away with it. One could say, it was a great deal. Others could argue it was spent a little bit too much. And the reason why that is because, as you can see, there's some road rash. I think a fork truck or something like that hit it. So she's all dinged up in various places. As you can see, the big gap there. We are missing 2 drawers, which I showed in a previous video, that I now have to replace. The stainless steel top has some dings, not a whole lot, but enough, things like that, which is whatever. It's going to get scratched up anyway. The drawer handles are dinged up here and there. A little bit of touch-up paint may hide it, but it is what it is. And I didn't want to try to hide things. I wanted to show you exactly what it is that we got. Now, this here is a birthday present to me. I am satisfied with it as it sits. And the goal of it, as I stated in a previous video, was to alleviate some of the tools that I have in my 80-inch box. Now, this one here is an 84. So for last few years, a couple years at least, I've been steadily buying tools here and there. And essentially, I was running out of room. And I started to put things on the back there that I really didn't use, and I just kind of had things piled up in various places. As you can see, some of the stuff still over there to the side, but this box was meant to give me some room. Now, this box retails for $1,498 at Home Depot, but like I said, we only paid $250 because of the damage that it sustained. So this was a far cry cheaper than what I theoretically could have ended up paying. So that in mind, I think this was a pretty fair deal. So I started tonight trying to alleviate some of the tools, kind of moving some things over. And so I finally got somewhat of an organization going here. Just threw in some of the common stuff that I use. I don't really use these commonly, so maybe one of these, but not all of them. But I just threw them in there because I got sick and tired of them sitting on the back wall there. At some point in time, I may decide what I'm going to do with these. I don't use them really. I just kind of got them because they're nice looking tools. This side over here is essentially free for activities because I don't really have anything going on there yet, which is fine. That's what this box is meant for, right? Let's start back over here before we talk about that. So in this drawer, we essentially got all of our screwdrivers that we use, pretty much all the colors of the rainbow, couple bits, and then like my gear wrench mini screwdriver set. Could not find any more of those for all of you that have been asking me for that. I couldn't locate any more. This drawer here is going to be for pliers, maybe. I've got a ton of pliers in here that will remain as such. I'm not going to go taking these out because that's not the intent. And as you can see, we've not really gone crazy with pliers. So I just threw in here what I had that was being used the most. These are the gear wrench ratcheting box end wrenches. I bought these from an auction, got them for like $30 or something like that, or $15. Never get a chance to use them, so finally they're in here, so hopefully it will take use. Here's those BS Blue Point ratcheting wrenches that I hate. They just threw those in there because, well, whatever. In this drawer here, just threw all of my hammers. These are a set of Blue Point wooden hickory handle hammers, ball peens. I've had them for years, probably 3 years or so, maybe 4. Never used them, so I got them out of the bottom drawer, put them in here, and then there you go. In this drawer, I've got my metric snap-on wrenches. So we got the short wrenches, the midget wrenches, and then my Ulsa Tools flex head ratcheting metric wrenches there. And if you come across, this is how I got this set up. You've got my Mac Precision Torque metric set from 32 all the way down to 6, and then my set of gear wrench flex head ratcheting standard length. Then if you come over here, we've got SAE Precision Torque, 1 and 1.25 all the way down to 1/4. And then we have a set of snap-on SAE wrenches up to 3/4, and then our SAE flex head ratcheting wrenches as well. And then we come over here, more specialty stuff, some more stubby wrenches, line wrenches, double box end, 12-point, and then our crow's feet. Come back over here. Oh, sorry. Go down to this bottom drawer, just kind of some of my common impact guns. I didn't pull everything over. I did throw the Matco 16-volt Infinium 1/2-inch drive impact in here, which I never used. I think I used it maybe one time, and so I threw it down in here. Hopefully we'll get a chance to really use that more often now that I can get to it and I remember that I have it. This jar is empty. This jar is empty. That jar just has a bearing and race press kit there. And then I've got some more kits here, which is stuff you guys have already seen. And then lastly, another kit there. And so, and this, I guess real quick here, the main jar, I guess, if you want to call it that, is the socket jar. So I was able to get my 3/4-inch drive stuff back in here, which I talked about in the previous video as I was trying to figure out how to lay it out. I decided to, instead of putting these on rails, I left them in their cases because these are cheap chrome moly sockets anyway. They're nothing special. Axle nut sockets. So I've got 29 to 39 and 12-point, and we've got 29 to 38 and 6-point. So I just threw those in here. These are sets that I bought years ago, a couple years ago, and I think I used them one time on my BMW to do the rear hub bearing, and never used them again. This is that set of Cobalt USA sockets, deep and shallow, 3/8 drive, 12-point. They're USA sockets, so I'm going to use them. So I'm going to put them on rails and get them situated in this box here very soon. I think I'm probably going to use the Alien Space Saver socket holders for those. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not 100% certain on that yet, but that's what I'm leaning towards. I did took off my service cart. I decided to go ahead and throw those sockets in here as well. So I've got my Capri tools, which I've been using faithfully, no issues whatsoever, even on impact gun. So I've got my deeps, shallows, and 3/8 and 1/4-inch. And then I got some specialty sockets, Torx and hex, and you can call it a couple cheaper 1/4-inch drive, just a test. And then my 10mm essentials kit there that I just threw in there as well. 3/4-inch right tool ratchet. And then over here underneath this kit is my Capri tools. I think this is my hex socket set. This is Torx, and then these are spline or extractor sockets, and then my plug sockets for my tractors. And then these are two sets of hex sockets, but they're medium length. So, and then my Lonely, this never stays straight. And then my Lonely right tool, what is this, 3/4-inch drive, what is it, 2 3/4, 6-point. They sent me that, so I've always kept it. I'll never get rid of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part in here. I guess I could put this 1/2-inch drive ratchet up here because there's no point of being down there. It's never going to get used if I don't. So yeah, this is kind of the layout right now. Like I said, this is more of just it's more or less a mobile workstation. Essentially that I'll be able to unclutter the hutch area here and make this more of my personal area like I initially had. clean it all up, which I'm going to do. I got to go out of town for a few days, so that is not going to happen tonight or tomorrow. I'll be back this weekend, so no content for me for a couple days, which is why I've done so many videos. Need to put my passport away, so I'm glad I found that. But yeah, so I'm not going to be doing any videos over the next couple days because I'll be out of town for work. Gotta go make some money, y'all. So yeah, so this is, I just want to give you guys a taste of it, of what we're doing this far. So this, like I said, this is my birthday present to me, and I'm happy with it. I still gotta look through this screwdriver jar here to see if there's anything that I think I wouldn't want to move over. At present glance, I don't think that there is. I even looked through my side locker. I pulled out what I could. It's still got a lot of stuff in here, a lot of clutter. But I don't, like I said, I don't want to go pilfering through everything just to make that box look full. That was not the intent. The intent was to simply say, okay, what could stand to come out of this box and go over to the auxiliary box in an effort to be able to use it more frequently. And so what I have in this box is essentially things that I feel like I would use more often if I have access to it. And that's kind of like why I did it. So got lots of room. We can add some more things to it. We got to get those drawers fixed because I just hate having this gap in here. And unfortunately, the Indiana weather is weird right now. So it's cold one day, 90 degrees the next. And so therefore, we're getting a lot of humidity and condensation. And as we know, that is not good for metal. So I've got to get that taken care of so that we don't have rust accumulating in our sockets. So, but everything's working as it plans. I'm happy as I planned. I'm happy with it. It's a great height. It's a great layout for me. I am going to touch up all the scratches and blemishes, but I didn't want to do that prior to sharing it with you guys and just show you that I did pick up something for my birthday for me. Didn't spend a lot of money on it. I think in total investment between both boxes, I think I bought that one for $1,200 and I bought this one for $200. Was it $250? So you're looking at what, $1,450 total for my entire setup, and that's 164 inches worth of toolbox. I don't know how many cubic inches of space, whatever, however they judge that, but I've got more than enough room for a DIY weekend warrior, whatever you want to call me. So I've got more than enough space to do that. And this is not the exact not the exact setup that I envisioned. I initially wanted to have two of those side by side. I thought that'd look really cool. But now that I have this box here, I am happy with it, more than happy, more so that I paid only $250 for it. And then I'll get some pictures and stuff hung up on my wall. I've got a lot of cool automotive signs and stuff like that I'm going to start hanging up, and flags and things of that nature. And then I've got my big 50-inch screen here, 55-inch I think it is. I'm going to move that over. I got a laptop that's already sitting in there waiting to go. And so I'll be able to, because I do a lot of, on my motorcycle here, I do a lot of programming of the power commander on there. And so I can then hook the TV up to the laptop and I can look at live data as I'm fine tuning like the fuel ratio and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I'll move that over a little bit. I'll take the TV down, move the rack over, and then it'll be more center with the box and it'll look a little bit better. And there we go. So all right, guys, hope you like it. Yeah, my birthday's next week, so that's why I said an early birthday present. My birthday's next Friday. I'll be 41. So yeah, nice to have a little bit of something at the age of 40. So all right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. All right, peace.